Hello and good morning. For this video post of Wake Up with Lana, I decided to do a video, um, instead of writing. Not because I don't like writing, but because as of now, I'm going to be shifting from posting in written form to video form. Mainly because it's a lot easier to do videos and post them than it is to keep up with a posting site. And right now, it's not necessarily in my budget to do posts where I would have to pay to keep it up. So until God blesses me further, I'm going to continue to do Wake Up with Lana, but I'm going to do it in video form. So I will be posting videos through my YouTube channel and just on YouTube. And I encourage you to go to my YouTube page, like it, comment, tell me things that you would like to talk about, tell me things that you would like to be encouraged about, or you would like to seek a little bit more wisdom on. If I don't know it, I will be certainly be willing to find out and help you. And however I can be of service, please let me know, because I enjoy this. This is something that I really enjoy doing. I love waking up, being able to encourage people and being a light, and praying. So if you would like anything for me to pray about, pray with you for, I want to encourage you to be a prayer warrior yourself. God hears your prayers. I promise you that if you would just communicate with him and be obedient to him, he will hear every prayer that you send forth to him. And that leads me to what I want to talk about this morning. I was reading my daily devotional for today, and it was talking about Samuel. It talked about when Samuel first started to hear from God. And what the thing that you have to know about Samuel is that he was very young, and his mother had labored in her heart and in her soul to have a child. And God finally blessed her with a child, and she told God that if he would bless her with a son or with a child, that she would give that child back to God. And so that's what she did. She took that little boy named Samuel, and she dedicated him. She gave him, offered him up as a sacrifice to God and in the church. So he was raised up under the man of God Eli, and under his leadership and rulership, he was taught what to do, how to be a servant, how to be a follower, in order for God to take him where he was going to take him, for him to be the prophet that God had foreseen him to be. So one thing I want us to get from this, and what I want us to wake up and see today, is that God hears us. Samuel had a hard time. Well, he didn't have a hard time. Let me rephrase that. Samuel was youthful and young, so he did not yet know God in an intimate way. So God started calling out to him one night. He said, Samuel. And Samuel got up and said, Eli, you called me. And Eli was like, no, I didn't. Go back to bed. God calls him again, Samuel. Again, Samuel gets up, goes to Eli, you called me. How can I help you? And Eli said, I did not call you. Go back to get bed again. And then on that third time, God calls Samuel. And Samuel goes to Eli, man of God, you called me. What is it? And Eli, being kind of old and dim in his faith, he finally realized that, okay, God is trying to reach him, trying to talk to him. So he said, this is what I want you to do. Go back and lay down. And when you hear God speak to you, say, I am your servant. Speak, Lord. So he speaks. He goes back, he lays down, and God calls him again, Samuel, Samuel, Samuel. And he says, Lord, I am here, speak. So the Lord begins to speak to Samuel. The Lord begins to tell Samuel what he is going to do in the house of Eli, what he's going to do in the nation. And he begins to speak over him in such a way that Samuel becomes a mighty young man of God at a very young and tender age. But God tells him, I'm going to be with you. I'm going to be by your side. I'm not going to leave you. So my encouragement today is to know that God hears you. When God is calling you, when you hear the voice of God calling you, Elena, Brittany, whatever your name might be, just know that God is with you. He is waiting on you to respond to him. I'm here. I'm your servant. I'm listening to what you have to say. I know I seem a little excited, but I am. I'm very excited about what God is doing, because he's trying to show us that he's talking to us, and he's trying to show us that he wants to speak to us, and he wants to use us for his glory. But we have to be open, we have to be willing, and we have to allow God to do what he does best in our lives. So as I'm here at work, I'm taking a few minutes to post this video, but I just want you to encourage you, whether you're at work, whether you're at home, whatever you might be doing, wherever you might be, I want to encourage you to listen. Just take a minute and listen. If you hear the still small voice of the Father calling you, whatever your name might be, say, God, I'm here. I'm listening. Talk to me. Tell me what you want me to do. So I encourage you all, just be blessed, be blessed, be blessed. Again, if you need to talk about anything, if there's anything you would like to talk about, anything you want to discuss or know anything more about, if there's any topic that we could just dive into and see the hand of God move in, please let me know. I am willing to help. I'm willing to be an encouragement, and I'm willing to pray with you and for you, that God will bless you and move on your life. So I pray that this is an encouragement, and this was Wake Up with Lana. God bless.